What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why are you wearing a weight belt around the apartment?
Well, weight belt. Just trying to work on that V-taper, bring out the lats, improve the abs.
And who's told you this?
I saw one of the boys at the gym doing it. And I asked him, I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm wearing a weight belt for my whole workout. Trains the abs, brings the lats out, brings the waist in, creates that V-taper, that X frame that everyone wants.
Right. You do realise that wearing a weight belt isn't physiologically going to make your waist any smaller or improve your abs.
It's going to take my Instagram to the next level. Might even get sponsorship. He must know what he's doing. He's a big unit, he lifts a lot of weight.
Is that right? Okay, well you let me know how that goes for you.
I'll keep you posted.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video with myself, Alex Connor, as always. And this is my second training video, which is my first leg day video, which I'm showing you in my new block. Now, the last time I spoke to you, I was a couple of weeks out of my reverse diet, out of comp prep. It's been about 5 to 6 weeks now. So my training has slightly changed, but the focus is still the same. So I'm still looking at accumulating volume, practicing skill acquisition, getting the body better, getting the mind better, enjoying training again, and taking this opportunity to really refine my form. Really, focus in on feeling good, feeling the muscle groups, and, recovering the body, because it's been, again, just such a stressful time for it. So just getting everything back to 100%, which is gonna take some time. However, I've started my new block, so I've changed up a couple of things. And before we get into that, I've got a bit of a big announcement to make. So, I'm actually now sponsored by Nike. That's right, hashtag just do it. Not really. I wish I was. But anyway, maybe one day. Have they even sponsored any bodybuilders? I don't think they have. So anyway, maybe you should just tell Nike that they should sponsor me, because I've got loads of followers and shit. So let's get back to it. I guess let's get on with the video. All right, scratch that, edit it out. So my new training block. So what I'm doing now is, because we've been through a bit of a recovery period and I wasn't really focusing too much on lifting super heavy weights, I was just really getting the body back, enjoying my training again, and just progressing in volume. I've now moved on to my actual accumulation phase. So what I'm running for my main lifts is sort of between a 10 and 12, and then I'm gonna drop to a 8 to 10, a 6 to 8, and a probably 2 to 4 of what I planned out in terms of my actual repetitions. So these are for my main lifts. So I'll do, for example, you'll see today 3 sets of 10, etc. And I'm gonna do that for one block, and then the next block, so block's gonna be about 4 to 5 weeks, and then deload depending on how the body feels, and each time incrementally increasing my percentage and my volume in relation to my 1RM, and that's obviously gonna increase as I get stronger, as I get bigger, as I add any lost lean mass and add any new, or when I do add more new lean mass. Right, that's the aim of the game. And then I'm obviously going to do things like 4 sets of 8, or I'm going to do 5 by 6, and then I'll do 6 by 3s and things like that. I'm going to range it. The reason why I put ranges in, because for my deadlifts and my squats, I don't like to do too high reps. I like to keep the highest between 8 to 10 personally for me because it feels better. I can manage fatigue a lot more, and I don't really need to be doing 12 to 15 reps on these exercises to get the maximum strength gains. And at the same time, I don't necessarily need to be doing singles, even though it's kind of fun to test the 1 RM on certain lifts. It's more for me about progressing as much as I can in terms of volume and obviously strength, because there is a direct correlation to strength and size, and that's why we say at Hold Your Own, strong looks strong. That's the plan of attack. I'm open to be flexible as well. That's one of the things that I'm really taken from prep, is that over all the years of training, you definitely need to have your training strategies, have your training plans, guys. So if you don't have one, you need to use the science, and that is a great way to start. But then you've also got like RPE, rate of perceived exertion, and how you actually feel, like training intuitively on the other side. And for me, one of my biggest training goals this off season is actually to combine the two. So not just training by using the numbers, but also training by feel, because sometimes the numbers lie. And what I mean is sometimes you go in and you're just not feeling it, and maybe back in the day you would just try and hit it, you know, and go for those numbers, and it wouldn't feel the best, or wouldn't be the best workout, or you know, you might even tweak something. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to listen to my body and train the way I want to train, because I want to be, you know, I want to enjoy my training, and I'm a bodybuilder. So for me, I want to make sure I'm turning up and actually not only progressing, but enjoying my training too, because there's going to be a lot of hours spent in the gym. So I think it's really good as you progress as a lifter to have that intuitiveness, to be able to go, hey, well look, these are the numbers, this is the science, this is working, but also I'm going to train by feel. You go in one day and you might train a different muscle group, or you might train it differently in a different rep range that is off the plan, knowing that you don't have to stress about it, because you know actually how to get around that, because you know the fundamental principles of training. Which I think is something that again comes with time, and is a really, it's like a weight off your shoulders. Once you know the principles of training, you're left with such a better mindset to be able to train, knowing that if you don't exactly hit the numbers or follow the plan, it doesn't matter, because it's all about the big picture stuff and what you do most of the time, and being able to change and adapt. Because you're not always going to be able to hit the numbers, you're not always going to be in the same gym with the same exercise or the same workout. So that's why it's really important to kind of acknowledge that you understand the fundamental principles so you can overcome them and not stress about it. I mean, remember back in the day when I was young, you know, say we go away with the family and you couldn't train, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to lose all my gains. And it's not the case at all. So that's something that I really want to focus on, having that really good balance, but still being able to progress as well. Because eventually I think training intuitively and eating intuitively as well, without tracking in certain periods when you're obviously not in a competition phase, is advantageous to actually enjoying your training career and having that balance and that flexibility and that lifestyle, while still having and maintaining a pretty damn awesome physique and level of health too. Next thing I want to talk about, how to get big legs. Really simple. Train them, train them, train them. Train them multiple times a week and progress. If you train your legs, they will grow. I don't know how many times people have said, my legs just don't grow. Bollocks. Calves just don't grow. Train them harder, put more volume in over time. You're not training them as frequently than you need to. It is a muscle. At the end of the day, if you provide enough stimulus with the right nutrition, the right rest, you will grow. That is science. That is it. There's no magic. This is my leg routine, okay? Might not be right for you, but there is some fundamental key principles that you can take away from it. using the big movements, the rep ranges, using quality form, and actually training your legs at a certain intensity. You don't have to use any fancy exercises or do too much. You just need to stick to the basics, which you're going to see in this video. If you've got any questions, post them in the comments below. If you like the video, subscribe for more because it helps the channel grow. I appreciate it. And as always, stay fearless. Maybe next time we'll do a hard finish, whatever that means.